The United States has the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we're going to use it. Not only will this reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services, it'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto.
Alrighty, everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video, wow, we have such a phenomenal document to go over and read through, confirming everything that we have been discussing and talking about here on the CYPRX platform is 110% accurate, coming from one of the world's largest organizations, whom in which you most likely know. We're going to be jumping into a document from MasterCard, or at least a document that MasterCard was an author of, confirming that you do not want to be sidelined, sitting dormant in today's day and age with what is happening behind the scenes via this digital asset adoption curve that we are currently living through. So again, welcome back to the platform. We do appreciate the love and the support. Do us a favor, if you guys enjoy these fundamental deep dives, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform. This one is going to absolutely blow your mind, and is going to be one of those videos that you can send to a friend, to a family member, to a non-believer in this digital asset ecosystem, to show them that, hey, look, this information is coming from an organization that you're most likely familiar with. If you're watching this video breakdown and you don't know what MasterCard is, then I don't know what to tell you, but you most likely do, and most likely even have a MasterCard physically available at your disposal right now in your pocket or in your wallet. So this is literally going to blow your mind. Okay, so buckle up, because it's going to confirm every single thing that we've been talking about here on the CYPRX platform. Now, just so that way we make things clear, if you guys have not been a part of CYPRX or been watching the content that we have created over the past consecutive couple of years, especially when it revolves around DeFi, make sure that you pause this video breakdown real fast. Go familiarize yourself with our yield playlist on the CYPRX platform, so that way you get a gist of where our minds are at, especially if you're new here. If you're not, then this video is for you. It is going to freaking blow your mind and confirm from some of the largest organizations that what we've been talking about here at CYPRX is in fact happening at a very rapid pace behind the scenes right now as we speak. This is so crazy. Again, what I'm going to show you guys in today's video breakdown. Now, I don't want it to seem bullish moonboy hypish. We still have some hurdles and some trials and tribulations we have to get through, but I don't really truly think people understand what is about to happen. And too many people right now are sitting sidelined because they're concerned about regulatory developments and are waiting for regulations to become clear before participating in things like DeFi and investing in digital assets. And again, I'm going to show you guys in today's video breakdown that some of the world's largest organizations are telling you all in their documents not to do that, and instead to take a proactive approach and get involved with things like crypto, blockchain, and DeFi. Okay, so we're going to start here because I have to set the tone for today's video breakdown. I'm going to play two video clips back to back. One video breakdown is from Donald Trump, where he addressed the world at the World Economic Forum, and another panelist that is heavily involved in the real world asset tokenization niche, particularly in real estate. Listen to what these two individuals say, because this is going to go hand in hand with the information that I'm going to show you guys from the MasterCard document. Take a second here and listen.
I terminated the ridiculous and incredibly wasteful Green New Deal. I call it the Green New Scam. Withdrew from the one-sided Paris Climate Accord, and ended the insane and costly electric vehicle mandate. We're going to let people buy the car they want to buy. I declared a national energy emergency, and it's so important, national energy emergency, to unlock the liquid gold under our feet and pave the way for rapid approvals of new energy infrastructure. The United States has the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we're going to use it. Not only will this reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services, it'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto.
If you got interested in Bitcoin, let's say in 13, 14, and you looked at it and said, hey, I don't know about this Bitcoin thing, but at the end of the day, the blockchain technology I know is going to solve a lot of problems for the world. And you believed in that. I believed in that. It wasn't necessarily I believed in Bitcoin, but I thought this technology is unlike anything I've ever seen since the internet. And there's no doubt that it's going to integrate into everything. And you fast forward another 10 years and you look to where we are today. It's sort of, when you look at real world assets and you look at tokenization, it's one of those markets that is inevitable. It is inevitable. Just like you can't name a software that solves problems that you're not using today. Nothing that's been invented that's actually a really strong innovation died. innovation that's acceptable in technology always succeed. So blockchain will end up integrating with everything, especially real world assets. Everyone's just waiting on a little bit of regulation, and they're also waiting on the first mover, right? So let's say that Hermes is the first mover on physical goods to attach an NFT to all their bags to validate its authenticity. There will be a first mover, and then everybody else will follow, and it'll move very, very quickly.
Right. So if that does not set the tone for today's video breakdown, I don't know what else will. Right. So President Donald Trump talks about AI and crypto and America becoming a global superpower in those two niches and being at the forefront of these technological innovations. And then the individual representative from Proppy sitting on stage discussed and talked about how massive of an opportunity this is. And he discussed and talked about how once regulation comes into play, which are moving very quickly, that financial institutions will to some degree onboard into this space. Now, going back just a couple of days ago, January 21st, 2025, Bank of America CEO says that banks are eager to enter into crypto if regulators allow, right? And then just yesterday, we had the SEC revoke SAB 121, paving the way for banks to hold crypto, okay? This is going to freaking absolutely blow your mind because what have we been talking about here at CYPRX? I posted this to you guys on December 31st, 2024. This is insane that this is happening right now before our very eyes. DeFi puts the power of the banks in the hands of the people. DeFi was always the level playing field Trump talked about in his last term. Again, if you're new here, and this is the first CYPRX video breakdown that you're watching, go back and watch the yield playlist so that way you see what it is that we're even talking about in detail because it goes so much deeper than this. But to take you back to this fundamental piece that was posted just a couple of weeks ago where Donald Trump is now a DeFi enthusiast, this is going to freaking blow your mind. How many people have you seen in the comments negatively talking about how they're going to wait to get involved in DeFi after regulations come into fruition? And again, I'm going to show you guys in today's document that getting involved in crypto and DeFi after regulations, according to MASTERCARD, is not a good idea and not a good strategy, and one that financial institutions, even now to this day, should not be implementing. And instead, you should be taking a proactive approach, getting involved to some degree right now. Okay. So remember, I showed this to you all in previous video breakdowns. Donald Trump Jr. talked about how he sees DeFi as what our founding fathers intended for our country, as it brings back fairness to the financial system. And in this document from Cointelegraph, I think it is, or is it CoinDesk? Let me just confirm that real fast. Yep, CoinDesk. All right. It goes on to prove that Eric Trump said on a session that DeFi needed to be easier for regular people, noting that extreme difficulty still exists and that he used Aave and Ethereum. All right. So this just goes to show that they know exactly what DeFi is and that they've been trying to utilize it. All right. I'm trying to open your mind to show you guys that now is the time to educate yourself. Even if you don't want to deploy in the DeFi ecosystem, that is understandable, but you do not want to be sidelined right now. You do not want to say that this isn't a technology that you don't want to understand.
If you got interested in Bitcoin, let's say in 13, 14, and you looked at it and said, hey, I don't know about this Bitcoin thing, but at the end of the day, the blockchain technology I know is going to solve a lot of problems for the world. And you believed in that. I believed in that. It wasn't necessarily I believed in Bitcoin, but I thought this technology is unlike anything I've ever seen since the internet. And there's no doubt that it's going to integrate into everything.
Because it lacks regulation. You want to be proactive. You want to get involved in mentorship programs. You want to do research, whether that's through you come on board to the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club University and you take our course content, right? Where you go through over 200 video breakdowns and educate yourself about DeFi, or you take your own approach and start watching YouTube videos, reading documents, and looking at panel discussions to familiarize yourself with what is happening behind the scenes, because this is a massive wealth transformation. Okay. So now let's get into the document. No more waiting. We're only 8 minutes in, so I didn't keep you guys waiting that long. This is a January 2025 report, as you guys can see at the top of the screen. So this is relatively fresh. All right. As of time of recording this video breakdown, it is the 24th of January. So we're still within the month. I don't know when you guys are going to see this video breakdown, probably towards the end of the week, but still very, very relevant. And you can see the two logos at the very top of this, Aave Labs and MasterCard. Asset tokenization, a comprehensive report, and why you should start caring about the technology. This is going to freaking blow your mind what this document says. Again, considering that most likely if you're watching this, okay, and you've been a follower of CYPRX, you have a MasterCard right now, a piece of plastic in your wallet, so you know who this is. And if you're a family member that somebody that follows CYPRX has sent this to, okay, you also know who MasterCard is. So listen up, because they're the ones talking and telling you about this. Just to show you guys, if we scroll right down here, it says who the authors are. Okay. The authors, Ava Labs, I won't get into too much detail about them because most people probably don't know them from the outside in, but MasterCard. Okay. They say here, as an author of this document, the excitement for the future of blockchain tech and digital assets is palpable. Beyond mere financial speculation, MasterCard envisions these assets creating tangible improvements in e-commerce, trade finance, and cross-border transactions. Blockchain technologies promising 24/7 availability, rapid cross-border movements, and programmability of money through smart contracts have the potential to outshine traditional payment channels. This is coming, and it is coming fast. And for individuals that continuously say that this is a nascent space, that they don't want to get involved, that it's too unclear surrounding regulations, this document is going to completely change your perspective if you've been one of those individuals prior to watching this video. Okay. So abstract part of this report, it says asset tokenization is gaining momentum in the financial sector, influenced by the global surge in interest in blockchain tech. This paradigm shift is reshaping how financial markets operate, introducing possibilities for enhanced efficiency and new products and services. Asset tokenization emerges as a likely path for cost and operational efficiency, improved data management and interoperability, as well as new lines of businesses within the financial sector. Financial institutions may benefit by embracing this technology as a progressive force rather than resisting change. You guys see that right there, right? While regulation remains under definition, it should not be perceived as a roadblock, because timing is critical in adopting such innovations and staying competitive. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. This is how the document even just starts out. It's literally telling you all right there. While regulation remains under definition, it should not be perceived as a roadblock. Do not think that because the regulatory environment is unclear that you should not get involved. And I'm going to show you how in this document they specifically talk about DeFi. So all those individuals in the comments that are like, oh, I'm not going to get involved in DeFi until regulations are clear, you are literally trading against the moving tide. You're trading against the wave, and the wave is DeFi, AI agents, crypto, blockchain. It is all happening. So that's how this even starts, okay? And you can see right there, one of the key words in this document is DeFi. Consider what I just showed you about Trump, the other panelist on stage, the Bank of America CEO, talking about how once regulations are clear, banks are coming in, the SEC revoking SAB 121. We are on the precipice of a massive tipping point in the digital asset ecosystem. And I feel so sorry for individuals that cannot comprehend that and get left behind, because influencers like myself, deep researchers like myself, have been trying to give you guys the best of the best here. Nobody is talking about and reading through documents like this for you guys publicly on the internet, outside of us here at CYPRX and a few other researchers. Tap in, okay? So the introduction here goes on to read, in recent years, the financial sector has increasingly explored applications of blockchain. As this technology becomes incorporated into the financial services landscape, financial institutions find themselves at a decision point. Seizing emerging opportunities within the blockchain ecosystem is a relevant path to consider, even within the existing regulatory framework. So there it goes again, mentioning that regulations are not sound, but you should still consider, it says right here, is a relevant path to consider even within the regulatory frameworks. That's massive. And again, this is coming from MasterCard, Ava Labs, all right? So this is where it particularly talks about DeFi. Launched in 2015, Ethereum unlocked massive new capabilities and utility. Remember, I told you guys in previous video breakdowns, if you watch them, DeFi brought utility to ETH, which is why I'm such an advocate of waking people up and showing them that the demand for digital assets like XRP or many others out there that have never really had a mature DeFi ecosystem are about to scale so massively, because for the first time ever, lending, borrowing, liquid staking, being a liquidity provider, all of those things are coming to the XRPL and XRP holders and many other assets out there that have not had, you know, a sound, solid DeFi ecosystem like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin holders, Bitcoin whales being able to lend, borrow against their Bitcoin, or, you know, even stake it to some degree. Okay. Like, wow. People just truly don't understand. We have to wake up together as a community, as a population, and see the opportunity, because we are in the midst of a fourth industrial revolution. And just like every other industrial revolution before, people have gotten left behind, but there's also been a certain onset of people that become the new 1%. You do not want to be the 98% of the population that gets left behind. You want to wake up and tap into documents like this. So to continue, it says, DeFi enabled developers to create theoretically unlimited number of new tokens representing a whole host of digital assets, as well as decentralized applications or DApps that users could interact with. From 2015 to 2020, several DApps were developed enabling digital assets to be traded, borrowed against, and lent out, paving the way for what is known now as decentralized finance or DeFi. A number of applications such as Uniswap, Aave, and Maker, which I just showed you guys how Trump Jr., okay, used Aave, built the foundation for this functioning on-chain DeFi ecosystem without the need for third-party intermediaries. So you guys see what I'm showing you all right now? Again, this is a 2025 document from MasterCard. Let's continue to read thoroughly through this. It says, until now, DeFi has primarily entailed trading of cryptocurrencies and other types of crypto-native assets, resulting in a relatively self-contained on-chain economy and ecosystem. In recent years, financial institutions have increasingly focused on asset tokenization as well as the possibility stemming from on-chain composability, programmability, and atomic value transfer and settlement. As a future possibility, assets such as private credit, real estate, bonds, and stocks could be brought on-chain and establish the asset from traditional institutions can be used in DeFi applications, enabling users to easily swap, transfer, and borrow against these off-chain assets. That is massive. It says here, institutions are not only recognizing blockchain's potential for operational efficiency gains, but also identifying opportunities for cost and risk reduction as well. Check this out. It says, as new revenue streams. I've been telling you guys for the longest time that financial institutions are 110% going to be interested in earning yield and generating income passively with their digital assets. And the document is literally talking about this right here. Okay. Not only is the document talking about it right here, but the document confirmed in previous paragraphs that you should not be waiting for regulation to get involved. And again, there are many ways which you can go about doing that. Some people like to take on more risk and expose their cryptocurrency, their digital assets to the DeFi ecosystem, but we're not asking that you do that here at CYPRX. At a minimum, what we're asking you to do is to educate yourself, to branch out, to join a mentorship program, to go through course materials, to educate yourself on what DeFi is and the opportunities that you have. I'm literally begging people. Why? Because if not, you risk yourself falling behind. And if you fall behind, so do your family members, so do your friends. And it creates a spiral negative effect of people that just get completely freaking smashed by the tidal wave that is coming. Instead of jumping on a surfboard or jumping on a lifeboat or a jet ski or whatever floats your boat and riding the wave into the freaking sunset of this massive wealth transformation. Do you all freaking see? This is so crazy. Okay, let's continue. This gets me so pumped, okay? Because it's literally telling you all word for word, and this is not coming from us here at CYPRX. We're relaying this information from some of the largest payment providers, some of the largest organizations that you guys know, right? Moreover, in the evolving landscape of securities markets, traditional methods of order of execution are yielding to automated systems. And alternative trading platforms with the rise of blockchain networks and token companies can now be funded through cryptocurrencies, enabling the development of smart contracts that allow for asset tokenization. This allows a shift for a universal access to different types of assets to participate and invest in starting projects. Then, last but not least, it says here, this is the last tiny piece, okay? We've gone on for almost 20 minutes. I'm going to end it here. Financial institutions, including banks, are increasingly recognizing the transformative potential of asset tokenization. Raj, I'm not going to butcher this gentleman's last name, the executive vice president of blockchain and digital currencies at MasterCard, highlights MasterCard's commitment to the involvement with helping developing blockchain technology in the financial system. Setting up new scaling and trusted ecosystems to enable commerce is not new to MasterCard. We've done this for years in payments. We look forward to bringing decades of experience to this space to enhance trust and work with the broader industry and governments to enable further innovation. That is coming directly from an individual participant and executive vice president of blockchain at MasterCard. Rather than merely keeping up to date, this is going to freaking blow your mind right here. Look at this sentence, please, people. Please, if you listen to anything at this whole entire video breakdown, listen to these next few sentences. Rather than merely keeping up to date with these developments, financial institutions should take a proactive role in asset tokenization. As trusted custodians for various assets, extending these capabilities to tokenized assets can be a neutral extension of their existing role. By enabling native on-chain issuance as well as custodial services, which again, I just showed you guys how the SEC just revoked SAB 121, which gives the ability for financial institutions to hold crypto and custody crypto and digital assets. Like this is, oh my gosh, the wave that is coming over the next year is going to be insane. It says, while regulatory environments remain uncertain and fragmented, financial institutions should pursue digital assets through strategies that include upscaling their organization and understanding operational pain points in their business models and their go-forward strategic imperatives, which they can then use to assess whether and how blockchain and tokenization can help to address and drive them forward. Waiting for the digital asset industry to mature is not a viable strategy. I'll repeat that. Waiting for the digital asset industry to mature is not a viable strategy, especially given the disintermediation potential of this collective technology. A certain level of flexibility and proactiveness is fundamental as financial institutions seek to hold on the profit margins and continue meeting clients' evolving needs and expectations. Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are still here, ladies and gentlemen, because again, no influencer on the internet is going to read this document for you guys like we just did here at CYPRX. No social media or mainstream media platform out there is covering documents like this, where MasterCard, as an author of this document from January 2025, literally just said, word for word, waiting for the digital asset industry to mature is not a viable strategy. That is not coming from us here at CYPRX. We are just relayers of information. So now do you all see why I'm so passionate of pushing for people's education? We're not asking here in the CYPRX Wealth 28 Club for you guys to go out and deploy in DeFi, but at least take the course, educate yourself, familiarize yourself with what is happening. There is a massive wave coming, and you want to be one of the individuals that is riding that wave and not someone that is being swelled and consumed by that wave. And that wave is 110% coming. Again, we don't have a crystal ball to sit here and say that that's coming next week, next month, the month after, a year from now. Who cares? Again, the point of this video breakdown is to show you all that now is the time to get educated. Now is the time to awaken yourself, so that way you can benefit your family members down the road. You can benefit your friends and benefit yourself by capitalizing on this massive transformation of digital wealth. All right. So many blessings to you guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's video breakdown. If you did, I know that it was a little intense. I got a little hyped up reading this document. I'm not even going to lie, because this is so insane. It almost like, I'm so hyped up right now. I got like not tears in my eyes, but like happy tears, like happy watery eyes right now, because this is just backing everything that we've worked so hard to show people at CYPRX. And now some of the largest organizations like MasterCard are coming out and saying the same thing that we've been telling people for 4 years now. People, come on, this is powerful right here. This is powerful. If you've been a CYPRX OG, you've been with us since we had 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is powerful. We have come such a long way. We've earned the right to read documents like this and get information like this, because this is what the 1% are reading. This is what the people, the financial managers, the wealth managers, the private family offices, the hedge funds, the large organizations, the institutions, this is what they're tapped into. The everyday average herd at your local shopping mall, your local grocery store, they're so manipulated and brainwashed into believing whatever jargon and crap that they're believed in right now. And it is completely distracting them from what is happening behind the curtains. And what is happening behind the curtains is the biggest wealth transformation of our lifetimes. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video breakdown. If you did, do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. It is free to do so. If you guys want a more in-depth approach to DeFi, how to get involved, to see how we are exposing thousands of dollars to the DeFi ecosystem to earn passive rewards on our digital assets, head over to CYPRXtrading.com. At a minimum, familiarize yourself with the space, go through the content. You don't need to deploy. You don't need to expose your crypto. You don't need to risk it all to get educated. Okay. Very simplistic, guys and gals. Many blessings to you all. As always, stay up, stay blessed out there, and I'll see you all in the next video breakdown.